The B1 Night Rider is in the building. It is Thursday. It is a beautiful day down here in Atlanta, but it's cold as hell. It's cold as hell. And y'all know how I gotta do it before we start. Damn it. Yeah, that wouldn't look like outside. The sun is shining. It's beautiful. And lock off this light. Hello, everyone. Kid Gravity. Let's get to chopping it up because we got a lot to talk about today, folks. A lot has happened in a week, as it usually does. And considering that a lot has happened in the last week, it's a beautiful time to explore a certain place that has popped up and garnered international attention. Oh, yes. This place has done its due diligence to making sure that they are put on the map. They give the butter biscuits fresh every 30 minutes, and they service a diverse clientele. That's right, folks. We're talking about the International House of Pocket Watches. Yes, we are. Oh, we had a whole bunch of pocket watchers this week, folks. Lord have mercy. When we told you, once the reparations debate starts getting ramped up closer to the election, bam, 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 everybody come outside, got an opinion. And they have so much of an opinion that sometimes they slip out and let you know how they really feel about us. Oh, yes. So we have the ubiquitous white man with the common talking point of my family didn't own slaves, so F y'all and y'all's reparations. Then we have who we're going to start with, old Nuri Martinez, who stepped down, and AOC talking about some whatever the hell she was talking about. But now this was the same AOC who said that she was black. So that's why I put here, I'll say I'm black and Latino to be down. And we have the Africans / Caribbeans that are off code who say those American blacks. And everybody's watching y'all with y'all's reparation claims. And again, we're about 26 days away from the election, folks, from the election. If you vote, make sure you get your information ready. If you don't vote, make sure you educate people. Let's see who's in the building before I start. Protocol, hello. V. Malsby, hello. And Tweety Montgomery, hello. And shout out to Miss Flournoy and Codified Trucking over on Patreon. The Patreon link is somewhere on my page. I don't know where, but patreon.com/kickgravity. But let's get into it, folks. Let's start with LA. Now, I've made this statement for months, folks, that if we could get Chicago and LA on code, we could do some damage. We would damage this country. Chicago still got a little ways to go, but LA might be that sleeping beast might be awakened. Because Nuri Martinez is gone, folks. We shall rejoice, but we shall not rejoice because LA still needs help. So let's see the statement that she put out, folks. We're just going to jump right into it, of her talking about her resignation and how she failed the city of LA. Yes, folks. She put out a statement yesterday when she resigned. It went viral on social media because there was a line in there where the Latino community said, you're not finna put us and the niñas into this. So let's begin. We're going to zoom in a little bit and I'm going to change. There we go. So it says, Nuri Martinez's little Latin girl's line in resignation letter backfires. Girl, what? Let's see if we can find the statement. Let's see. No. Here we go. Here is our statement. This Nuri Martinez. She's quite the character. She's quite the character. I can see her either talking to Gayle King or Glenn Beck. I'll probably say Gayle King because that would be a hell of a get. And they're both in LA. But let's see what old Nuri said. She said, it is broken heart that I resigned my seat from Council District 6, the community I grew up in and my home. When I ran in 2013, I wanted to see a change in my community and fight for my neighbors. This is what it's been about all along. No one expected me to win, but with the support of residents throughout the district, I overcame the challenge and won the seat for Council District 6. I had the honor of serving in the role of a lifetime, being the representative for my neighbors. Okay. And you're trying to suck yourself off. Let's get to the meat. There we go. To my colleagues, I know we've had a hard couple of years, and I know this work hasn't always been easy for us. My only goal as council president has been the champion of families' first agenda we can all be proud of. Right. Each of you have worked hard on policies and programs that uplift Angelinos across this city. I hope this work continues and that workers and working class families remain the forefront of priorities of this council. While I leave with a heavy heart, know that I wish you all the best and I have faith in your strength to unite this city. Okay. Let's skip down to my family, to my daughter, and to my mom. You have been my support system, my shoulder to cry on, my biggest cheerleaders throughout my time in office. There have been many long nights, dinners missed, homework not checked over, dishes not washed because of this role I took on. To my husband, my right-hand man, and my confidant, I cannot thank you enough for being my partner through this. To my daughter, I know I have fallen short recently of the expectations we have for our family. I vow to you that I will strive to be a better woman to make you proud. To my mom, you give me strength and you center me. I've only ever wanted to make you proud. To my sister, thank you for all you do. You have stepped in to take care of our family when I could not be there. To my dad in heaven, siempre serás mi inspiración. Always be my inspiration. That last sentence, I'm going to leave it alone. There was a joke there, but I'm going to be quiet. And last, to all little Latina girls across this city, I hope I've inspired you to dream beyond that which you can see. While I take the time to look inwards and reflect, I ask that you give me space and privacy. Like I said, until Gayle King come calling, saying we'll throw you some bones and we will put you on CBS this morning and you can tell your story. So that was her statement yesterday after she resigned. Free breather, hello. Well, that statement did not go over well. It did not. It did not, folks, because the Latinas and the Latinos in the city, and online got pissed. So it says, actor Melina Bobadilla, writer Miriam Gerba, and TV host Ariva Martin. So Ariva Martin all of a sudden is Latina now. Okay. The same Ariva Martin who thought David Webb, a black man, was a white man because she couldn't spend 5 minutes to Google something. All right. Were among many Twitter users who criticized Martinez's announcement, particularly the part where the disgraced politician addressed all little Latina girls across the city and said, "I hope I've inspired you to dream beyond that which you can see." Girl, what? Como Cris Bobadilla did on Wednesday. You are not hashtag goals or inspo. You are a cautionary tale of power hungry girl bossery gone awry. This is an example of narcissism and gaslighting by. They don't know punctuations. Okay. Skip down. We skip down. I want to see what Reva Martin said. Here we go. We'll start here. Seeing a few folks tweet some weirdo word fluff to try and downplay the behavior of Nuri Martinez, Gil Cedillo, and Kevin De Leon. Bobadilla tweeted on Wednesday. It's not that complicated. IDGAF, if they're Latins, that's a new word, or how many Hispanic galas. Oh, Jesus Christ. Hispanic galas. All right. They just could there be a fracturing of the saison? I need the family to put in weigh in with your thoughts. Do you think there's a fracturing in the saison? Hispanic. So are Latinos calling out their coons? Are they doing that? Let me know. Are Latinos calling out them mapaches? That is the word for raccoon. So pache. Are they calling out their paches? Let me know. Quatman, hello. I think 25 kid, hello, and Anthony Ali, hello. They're calling out their paches. But let's continue. We'll start again. It's not that complicated. I don't give a fuck if they're Latins or how many Hispanic galas you've been to with them. They're corrupt and they need to resign now. But y'all weren't. So y'all knew they were corrupt, but you didn't say anything until this tape came out. Got it. Okay. Looking at you, California elected officials who've maybe stayed quiet because Dorcedillo over Eunices Hernandez, or say were photographed with KDL this weekend, she added. Silence and half stepping for political currency equal tacitly, sorry. Supporting anti-black / anti-indigenous racism, gendermandering, and corruption. You bastards, so y'all knew this and didn't say nothing. This is what I mean, folks. This is what I mean. So y'all knew in your corazones that they were corrupt, and y'all sat there and were quiet about it. Interesting. So y'all could have finished this off a year ago, but you didn't want to do that because it didn't affect you. Now that it affects you and everybody's looking at the Latino community, now y'all want to distance. Nah, y'all don't get to play a cockroach light game. Nah. Bring it back. Antes. Before this, no. You don't get to do this. No, sir. No, ma'am. Y'all got to own this. Just like when y'all want to run around when black folks do something stupid, y'all want to put it on the entirety of the race, y'all going to hold this. Y'all going to hold this LA. Okay? And I'm not talking about Los Angeles. I'm the letter L. The LA. Y'all going to own that. That's bullshit. It's not fair. But we're going to make it fair. But let's continue. Following a swift and sharp backlash, thanks to us, Martinez apologized and stepped down as LA City Council president, but that wasn't enough for the political leaders and community members hurt and outraged by her comments. Okay, see, this is what I mean. they're trying to change the narrative. First off, it was us. It was the people who said something first. The political leaders, if they were really worth their salt, she wouldn't have had a job Monday morning. She would have got fired on her day off. Y'all thought it was going to go away. Let's just tell the truth here, folks. Y'all thought it was going to go away because every time, yeah, y'all admitted it, every time black folks say something, y'all give it about a little bit of time and then it go away, and then y'all operate as usual. Oh, no, 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 no. It's a different day. See, the worst thing that happened with this story, folks, that it started on Sunday. I'll say that again. The worst thing that happened with this story and this situation was that it happened on Sunday. We were laser focused on it. If it had happened Monday, it could have been diminished. It might have been hot now. Probably wouldn't have had a job tomorrow, but the fact we zeroed in on it Sunday, yeah, and Monday was a holiday, yeah. We were like, no, 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 no. If you're not out of that job by Tuesday, we up in that building, and you saw what happened. 2 days. Took them 2 days to get rid of her, but we gonna go. Hurt and outraged by her comments, many of whom showed up to demand Martinez's full resignation at a city hall meeting on Tuesday. Martinez finally resigned her council seat on Wednesday. All little Latina girls across the city grow up to be like Nuri Martinez, tweeted Gerba, author of Mean and Letter to a Bigot. I don't know what the hell that is. Anyway. Sorry, Nuri Martinez is delusional, tweeted Ariva Martin, a CNN legal analyst and host of the special report. I guess that's where you got you. Okay. So that's where you went after they canceled Face the Truth with Vivica Fox. All right. Say less. In her resignation letter, she says, and to all little Latina girls across this city, I hope I've inspired you to dream beyond that which you can see. What about I'm sorry that I let girls and boys down by my bigotry and narcissism? Ma'am, again, Miss Ariva Martin, you should not be tweeting about this. Bigotry and narcissism. Ma'am, you were about to get interviewed by a black man and you assumed he was white because he talked proper and forceful. Then had the unmitigated gall to blame your assistant for not doing research when you could have easily done it while you were in the car. But okay. But okay. Okay. Another tweet, author and former Stockton mayor Michael Tubbs wrote, imagine being forced to resign for being a bigot and ending with, I hope I inspired Latina girls. Huh? Not an apology? Not sorry to the little boy I hurt or the communities I harmed? Nada. Just vibes and hope y'all follow my footsteps. Basura. All right. And that's it, folks. We don't need to read no more else. So it looks like the Latinos are calling out their mapaches. All right. I'll tell you the truth, folks. I think this was a call to make sure there's no riot in LA. That's what that was. But we're going to transition, folks. We're going to go across the ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, folks, because African politics seems to have made their way over to our shores. Because apparently a lot of Africans are wondering what FBA and ADOS and Friedman are trying to do with their reparations. But I was curious about South African politics because I like to see a lot of people saying that South Africans are probably the closest people on the continent that identify with Black American descendants of chattel slavery. And I'm not real versed on that, folks. So I said I'm going to bring a guest on and let them educate me a little bit more, get me started somewhere. So I heard this sister in a Twitter space last month, and she was spitting that real shit. So I said, let me get her on and let her educate me. So I have Miss Lola from Twitter. Lola, hello. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing very, very well.
That's good. It might be a little bit of delay, but we're gonna work with it. I know it's late over there.
It is, yeah.
All right. So as I introduced you, um, like I said, with all this reparations talk going on here and trying to right Black America and get us to a point where we can compete on the world stage. I've seen a lot of tweets, people saying, "Hey, South Africans, they're like talking like FBAs. They're talking like the Black American descendants of chattel slavery." Can you give us like a ground report of what's going on in South Africa right now and how it's similar to what I guess Black Americans are going over here?
Is a bit of a delay, but I'll try my best to try and speed it up so that everyone can hear. Living in South Africa is not unique. It happens in every settler colony. Just South Africa is a settler colony as well. And what that basically means is that the British settled in both South Africa and America and found the resource. They did not leave. Most of the African countries, when they gained their independence in the 60s, the Portuguese, the French, all left the continent. But they didn't leave in South Africa. Marginalized the people, the indigenous people of the country, which is the Black people. With the Native Americans, you find that they want to now and bring in cheap labor, which is something that is very similar. And they, instead of understanding our cause, that we are not fighting necessarily, are fighting against a system which has been oppressive to the indigenous people of the land. During our democracy, first of all, our democracy is just 28 years, long enough to carry the continent. These people were independent in the 60s, looking up to them for guidance. But they've let down their countries. They want to flood to South Africa for whatever reason and disobey our. And this is what we are speaking against. And they refuse to understand this because it's about Pan-Africanism and ideologies. It's not about reality, South Africans. And we are saying this is not a hate group. This is not us against us and putting ourselves first as a nation.
That's what's up. Yeah, because we're going through that over here with the illegals, and after you get off, I'm gonna expound on that some more. But what's the general consensus of South Africans in regards to like the Nigerians and other people coming in? Because I know I've seen some stories saying that there could be potential for like an internal war because they're coming in and they're not what I call paying homage. Like they'll just come in and taking the resources, but they're not respecting who is there first.
Yeah. Well, first of all, South Africa has never had a tribal war. We've got 11 different tribes, or 9 different tribes, rather, Black tribes, and 9 different Black tribes. Never in the history of South Africa have these tribes fought against each other. History, let me rather say that. So we are coming into a continent where and tribalism is very rampant. So I think it's very unfair to project that onto people. That is not how we are. Now, if you look at Nigeria and how they're set up, they have what you call right now, they want to have Biafra independence. Stems from, I guess, ethnic mobilization, where a certain group of people want to, based on that, their tribe. And we've never had that in South Africa. So we are going to start a war against people that are essentially Black. We'll implement our immigration laws, and for everyone else to come to South Africa legally and the resources in place to plan ahead for this immigration crisis. I mean, we are looking at 18 million alleged immigrants, illegal immigrants in South Africa, who are unaccounted in the resources of the country.
Wait. How much?
13 million. 13 million.
Jesus.
And this, exactly. And we have a population estimated around 50 million. This is stressing our economy. This is because a lot of these guys don't pay tax. They don't contributing economically to the development of South Africa. Yet they want to speak about how can you be increasing skills and bringing critical skills when many of you are not quite legally. The premise is already wrong, so you cannot build off of that. So we've got a big immigration. Just the day before yesterday, the United Nations made South Africa the human rights movements in the continent, if not the world, because we got the 196 countries that participated. We received 183 votes. I think this is a full-on agenda. This is not a coincidence. This is an agenda happening in one of our cities. In fact, it's our economic hub, Johannesburg. In its parliament it's situated here in South Africa, as well as various NGO organizations really bullying South Africans into agreeing with the, or not agreeing with, not because we have a problem with integration. Like I said, we have many that will live peacefully. The problem here is integrating people that don't share our values and our overall culture. So it doesn't make sense to me. And South Africans are speaking out against it, creating pressure groups such as Operation Dudula, which is pressure groups which are holding our government accountable for what is happening in our country in terms of our immigration laws. Very clear message across the continent that we are sick and tired of housing failed African government.
Yeah, I hear that, because even like I said, we're going through it down here, but also even in the Caribbean, it's starting in the Bahamas. They're starting to go at war with the Haitians, because the Haitians are coming over there and basically taking the resources as well. This is Black folks. We told people this was going to happen, but they don't listen to us. They never listen to us until the money starts rolling and people start saying something. But before you go, what is the solution you see happening? Do you think like our elections can give y'all like a blueprint to what to do? Because I think if the Republicans get in, they're gonna want to shut that border down and build that wall.
Fantastic. And that's what I want to get to, is that this has really got enough South Africans wanting to isolate themselves against the rest of Africa. But what we want to, the only way we can do that is to hold each and every country accountable for their own developed. South Africa and other African developed nations carry the brunt of all the other African nations. Right now in the world is that the NATO countries or the developed country resources from Africa and use them for their own benefit. The fact that we cannot own resources yet, we are the most resource continent in the world, speaks volumes.
Yes.
Right now in the crisis, and they're talking about exporting our coal. We've got 200 years that they want to export to Western countries for pittance, really, for pittance of our energy, because now we're having blackouts, scheduled blackout, which is quite unfair. But it's this system that always is benefiting the white man and not out. And Africans are continuing to take their skills and their resources to Western countries. And for me, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Stay in Africa, build Africa, and use your resources and your skills that you've acquired to come back and make a difference. It can't be they up the brunt of what's happening in Africa. So the solution is the young African children need to a standard where they are patriotic and proud of where they come from, and they have a vision for fleeing, because you are fleeing to a place that is never going to sustain you or even develop your to extract and exploit.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your time. I know it's late as hell over there.
Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest
Yes,
of your
ma'am.
evening.
Yes, and stay safe over there.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Y'all heard her. They're going through what we're going through right now. 13 million illegal immigrants in a country that's 50. So percentage wise, that is about almost 30% of their total population is illegal immigrants. But they don't listen to us when we say things like this. It's all we wrong, and if we call ICE, we out of line, and this, and then we got this CS over here when he talk, which we gonna get into next. When we say something wrong, it's a problem, right? All right, Biden, you got it.
Insult to my existence.
Oh, 2040, the country's gonna be much white minority, and we got to get a handle on. You got to start working with them Hispanics, and everybody running around talking about, oh, they're gonna take over, and there's nothing we can do about it. Oh shit. Uh-oh. Biden, what did you do, sir? What did you do, sir? What does that say, folks? Immigration activists dismayed at Biden move to expand Title 42 to Venezuelan illegal migrants. Uh-oh. DHS announced a new humanitarian parole program along with the expulsions. Uh-oh. He's kicking out people? What? 27 days before the midterms? What? Let's read. Immigration activist groups are expressing their concern with the Biden administration's announcement that it will start expelling Venezuelans to Mexico using the Title 42 public health order, reducing entry pass to a limited parole program. The Department of Homeland Security announced Wednesday that it's launching a new large-scale border enforcement operation with Mexico that includes increased checkpoints, a surge in resources, and a crackdown on human smuggling. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Biden. Biden. Are you pulling a Trump, sir? Are you pulling a Trump? Are you concerned with the border? 27 days before the midterm, now you're concerned. Are you? Is it because you keep fielding phone calls from Eric Adams and Uncle Thunderbird over in Chicago? Did the Martha's Vineyard white people get at you, bro? Did they send a letter over to the White House? I need to know these answers, sir. Did Kamami come in one day and look all distraught when people were being left on her lawn? Is that what it was, sir? We told you this 2 years ago when you got in. Close that border. You said no. That's not your priority. Now it's your priority. We know what happened.
See, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
You played with fire, sir, and now it's burning you. But you got it. The administration also announced that all Venezuelans entering the U.S. illegally will now be returned to Mexico under the Title 42 public health order. Wait a minute. I thought you were lifting that. I could be wrong, but I heard you were going to lift Title 42, sir. We're going to go check that, which was implemented during the Trump administration due to the thing. The order allows for the rapid expulsion of migrants and is one that the Biden administration has been seeking to end, but has been stopped by a legal challenge. You wanted to end it, sir, but you're using it while you wait to end it. Remember what I said, folks, about the American racist? The American racist has the innate ability to do or say something racist and within 10 seconds own themselves. But we do have word from a Venezuelan representative when he saw this story come down. I'm going to say something controversial, folks. I'm not moved. I'm not moved. I actually want to give Biden a clap, but I hate that man, so that's going to go in my pocket. I could care less. Glad he's finally doing something. I guess he hated getting all them cards from the cartels saying thank you for leaving the border open. You got it, sir. You got it. But again, folks, we are talking about the International House of Pocket Watchers. And it doesn't matter what you're doing as you watch somebody else's money. If you get caught, you will get exposed. And guess what? This ain't the only time Biden got caught. Oh no, we're going to move on because this is of significant importance to us in Black America, especially if you own a home. Especially if you own a home. Biden administration asked Saudi Arabia to postpone OPEC decision by a month, Saudi says. They exposed this man. Where is the letter? We have to read that because that was lyrics. Damn, you don't have the letter here? No. Oh, damn. I need to get the letter. Look at that picture. Yeah, it was all cool just about a week ago. Where is the letter? I gotta find the letter. Damn, I'm gonna have to go on Twitter and get the letter. All right, folks. I thought I should have figured NBC News wouldn't print that letter. They were giving Biden lyrics. Biden OPEC. Let's see. Where's that letter? Where is that letter? Ah, here it is. God, this is terrible. I can't read this. Jesus. What is that? Maybe this is better. No, this ain't no better. All right. Let's save the image. Maybe I can put it here. Maybe I can read it. Oh, hell no. Okay. I'm just going to have to read it from my phone. This is from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, by the way, folks. Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. All right, let's get this off the screen. Okay, so it says, we'll skip the first paragraph. This says, the kingdom affirms that the outcomes of the OPEC meetings are adopted through consensus among member states and that they are not based on the unilateral decision by a single country. These outcomes are based purely on economic considerations that take into account maintaining balance of supply and demand in the oil markets, as well as aim to limit volatility that does not serve the interests of consumers and producers, as always been the case with OPEC plus. We skipped down a little bit. The government of Kingdom of Saudi Arabia would also like to clarify that based on its belief in the importance of dialogue and exchange of views with its allies and partners outside the OPEC Plus group. Regarding the situation in the oil markets, the government of the kingdom clarified through its continuous consultation with the U.S. administration that all economic analysis indicate that postponing the OPEC Plus decision for a month, according to what has been suggested, would have had negative economic consequences. The government of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia affirms that any attempts to distort the facts about the kingdom's position regarding the crisis in Ukraine are unfortunate and will not change the kingdom's principled position, including its vote to support UN resolutions regarding the Russian-Ukrainian crisis. Based on the kingdom's position on the importance for all countries to adhere to the United Nations Charter, principles of international law, and the kingdom's rejection of any infringement on the sovereignty of countries over their territories. The kingdom stresses that while it strives to preserve the strength of its relations with all friendly countries, it affirms its rejection of any dictates, actions, or efforts to distort its noble objectives to protect the global economy from oil market volatility. Folk, they told Biden, listen, you gonna pay what we say, or you ain't gonna get none. I think they speculate that Biden and them bombed that bridge and messed up that pipeline over there. And I think Biden was hoping he get a month grace to try to end this war and bring Russia down and get control of that oil. That's what I think. Let's see. Yo 103 Queen and hello. Quatman, I will get to this in a second. The appellate court said DACA was illegal too. I will get to that in a second. But yes, it's not looking good for these Democrats, folks. It's not looking good for these Democrats. They've been taking L's for the last 2 weeks. They're being exposed as racist, and now they're being exposed as warmongering capitalists. That man wanted to wait a month because he wanted the gas prices to drop so he can say that the Democrats are doing something with the gas in this country. They said, no, you're going to pay what we say. And gas is about to go up, folks. I'm sure y'all seen it start to slowly tick up. That's not going to help them November 8th. But back to what Quatman said. An appellate court said DACA was illegal too. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. DACA is right now illegal. So if you're not in that program, you're getting shipped out. If you are in the program, I think you get I think they said limited resources, and I think you're still in the program, but once you're in DACA, you're still up in the air. But yeah, again, I don't feel nothing for them. I don't. Come in legally, cool. But this illegal immigration's out of hand because it's hurting us. I don't care about the other races right now. It hurts us because we're trying to rebuild right now. But let's move on, folks. Pocket watching. The midterms, folks, the midterms. Very stressful time in our country. We just got over a presidential election. Now we have to go vote for senators and representatives, those who are up. Most of the seats are up. The topic of reparations has been on the table for the past 2 months. It's been ramped up recently. And it's ramped up recently when mainstream media starts talking about reparations. Unfortunately, there's a lot of bad actors out there trying to distort the conversation, and we can't have that. Now, I could talk about Newsom signing that order saying you got a year to present your findings. That's easy. I do want to talk about these other candidates that don't get the national spotlight like that. First one is Westmore. Now, yesterday, Westmore, Dan Cox, pause. They had a debate, and there was a third party candidate too. I think his name is David Lasser, Lashar. They said, who was the moderator, asked them a question about reparations. He asked them both. Guess what Westmore said, folks? Guess what he said? Who wants to take a stab at what he said? That's right. He got on that stage yesterday in front of folk and said he does not support reparations. So we finally got the confirmation. We got the confirmation yesterday. If you're in Maryland, if you're on Twitter, you might have saw it. But yes, folks, that man last night on that debate stage said he does not support reparations. I need the Maryland folk to make sure you don't vote for this man. You don't believe me? Okay. Let's give y'all, I know y'all believe me, but I just want y'all to see it for yourself. Now, this was September 20th. We'll go down a little bit. Where is it? Yeah. If you think Westmore is about to bring reparations to Maryland, I have a bridge in Antarctica to sell you. They tried to clean him up a year ago, meeting with the reparations delegate, Blood Pack. Said he blocked it. He's not in favor of it. Now, this is the David Lasher guy. Miss Great Ape and I had a conversation with this man this morning. And he said he's for reparations. Okay, fine, whatever. But yes, Westmore said, I am not on board and in favor of reparations. Yes, that's right. Hashtag no more. That's what we use on Twitter. No more. So he told the entire state of Maryland, black folks, I ain't for reparations. If I get into the governor's seat and y'all come with that, I'm just probably gonna throw it in the trash. So I asked Maryland, do y'all really want to stand with this man and leverage your future and your family's legacies because you don't like the Republicans or the independent candidate? I'm just asking for the folk. I think Maryland's a lot smarter than that. But we'll see in 27 days. We shall see. Is it 27? Yeah. 27, 26, 27 days. But yeah, that man said no. Then we move on to y'all's Stacey Abrams. Oh yeah. Stacey, how come you haven't said anything about reparations in a while? Haven't said a word. Shout out to Nas. And shout out to Autodidactic. Give me one time, Stacey. Give it to me one time.
Excuse me, I'll talk to you right quick. How you feel about us getting reparations? I'm sorry? How you feel about Black Americans getting reparations? You said no reparations?
One more time.
Excuse me, I'll talk to you right quick. How you feel about us getting reparations? I'm sorry? How you feel about Black Americans getting reparations? You said no reparations?
Yes, Quatman. Yes. Westmore is going for the immigrant vote. That man. Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. We got to show y'all the video, folks. Westmore with them Latinos. That was a great video. Shout out to Miss Great Ape and Roz from the DMV. Shout out to them. Where is that video? I think she sent it to me. Where is it? Where is it? No. Where is it? God damn it. Where is it? Yes, y'all are seeing my thing. Where is it? God damn it. And this thing ain't got no search box. Where is it? All right, whatever. I'll try to find it. Yeah. They got the Westmore. And they put together a nice little video that I want y'all to see. Where is it? Where's media? There it is. Ah, they pinned it. Nice.
Proud to be here, and we are here to say that Maryland will be a state that is not just welcoming to our immigrant communities, but our immigrant communities will take a rightful leadership place in our state.
What? Wait, what? Say it again. Say it again. One more time. I just need y'all to understand this. Send this to your Maryland people.
Maryland will be a state that is not just welcoming to our immigrant communities, but our immigrant communities will take a rightful leadership place in our state. But our
What?
communities will take a leadership place in our state. A leadership place in our state.
Interesting. And by the way, he's for illegal immigration, by the way. Interesting. All right. There you go. No reparations, but I'm all for illegal immigration. Cool. Yeah, I hope I don't get dinged for that. Because I played like 3 times. I hope I don't get dinged. But we'll see. Yes, sir. This is who... You know what? As a Jamaican, I'm ashamed of this man. They're trying to turn this man to Obama 2.0. Can't have that. Black America cannot handle another Obama. This man's lied where he's from. And this man is placating to immigrants instead of placating to people that have been there. By the way, he's going to have a fish fry on Saturday. So if you're in Maryland, if you're in what's the town called? Pocomoke? What, I probably said it wrong. Pocomoke City. Go say hi to him. Ask about them reparations. He's probably gonna chomp on that fish and just walk away from you like Warnock did Clyburn. I mean, Warnock did Marcel. Speaking of which, where are my Georgia people at? Where my Georgia people at? We gotta talk. We gotta talk. Because we don't only have that race. We also have a race for senator, and we also have a race for Secretary of State. We gotta talk. Now, we all know what Tuberville said. Kenneth Jackson, hello. Yes, please, if you're in the Maryland area and you ain't doing anything Saturday afternoon about 2 o'clock, go see that man. But Georgia family, I'm gonna need y'all to have a conversation with me real quick. Now we all know what Tommy Tuberville said. He basically created reparations to criminals, which is them trying to change the argument and try to make it seem worse than it is. But funny thing, Warnock was aware of what he said, but he didn't say anything about it, which I found very curious. And I was going to give him grace because, you know, maybe he out there campaigning, so he might not have had time to do it. But then this came up, folks. This came up.
Every year, 772 billion of these are grown in Georgia.
That's nuts.
That's over half of America's peanuts.
Very nuts.
So when foreign countries tried to block us from selling our crop, we needed.
Of course, they had to put the coon music behind it, but you got it.
Republican senator from Alabama to eliminate the regulations and stand up for farmers. I'm Raphael Warnock, and I approve this message because I'll do anything if it means helping Georgia.
Now that's really nuts.
One more time.
Every year, 772 billion of these are grown in Georgia.
That's nuts.
That's over half of America's peanuts.
Very nuts.
So when foreign countries tried to block us from selling our crop, we needed someone to fight back.
That's why I partnered with a Republican senator from Alabama to eliminate the regulations and stand up for farmers. I'm Raphael Warnock, and I approve this message because I'll do anything if it means helping Georgia.
Now that's really nuts.
Anything that's quite interesting, including this.
Dancing queen. Dancing.
That's why you didn't say anything about old Tuberville. Because that's your buddy. Interesting. Let's see what Killer Mike said about Kemp.
But in a state
Fair
like
use.
Georgia, you have to meet people where they are for real. And what I mean is, I'm from Atlanta, and 15 minutes outside Atlanta is Georgia. Georgia's 35% black, 35% African American, which means the rest of the people not black, but they are poor, working, and middle class.
Wait a minute.
Georgia's 35% black, 35% African American, which means the rest of the people not black, but they are
what?
Poor, working, and middle class. The guy she's running against.
Did he misspeak, or is he trying to say that this state is 70% black? Maybe he misspoke. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to say he misspoke.
5% African American, which means the rest of the people not black, but they are poor, working, and middle class. The guy she's running against is running an effective campaign, and Brian Kemp is running an effective campaign. I would advise, if I was in Ms. Kemp's camp, you need to go everywhere he just went. Ms. Abrams, you need to go everywhere Brian Kemp just went, because what Brian Kemp did was have an effective with black people. And I would love to see her do that. But if she doesn't, that ain't our fault. Woo.
Killer Mike is going to be the first one they go chop down, but that's all right. That's all right. We need that. Thank you, Killer Mike. You're going to be our general when Stacey loses and she gets to blaming black men. Don't think she ain't gonna call up Fannie Wills that night and say, "Listen, what kind of skeleton Killer Mike got in his closet?" They go look at your Greenwood bank, see if they can RICO your ass. But on to what he said. Stacey's losing for one simple reason, folks. Her pander game ain't working. A confident candidate would not be asking for outside help. Quatman said, you could tell Killer Mike working against her. If y'all go watch the Revo Summit in 2019 where you talking about Candace Owens, he low-key was shading Stacey Abrams without saying her name. I advise y'all to go back and watch that entire panel from start to finish. You will pick up what I said. He low-key shaded her and the Democrats without even having to say their name. Well, he said Democrats, but he didn't have to say Stacey's name. Stacey's pandering the wrong way. See, you can pander and be effective, but you cannot pander and be ineffective. She's ineffectively pandering by bringing out black people as props. Don't give me that she met with black men and black business owners and that was effective. It was not effective. Because if you listen to what she said, all of her talking points there were about everybody else but black men. And for those who don't know, I'm fixing to pull this up because a lot of people down here forgot about this. She says, oh, I want to help black men raise their portfolios and the rest of the BS that she was talking about. Back in 2018, when she first ran, she was talking about raising taxes. Even though she lied 4 months later and said, I do not intend to raise taxes. Funny how that works. That's okay. We take this off. Now, I know y'all going to be like, okay, you went on a right-wing site. Okay. Look where they got it from, folks. The Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Interesting. Okay. Abrams says she would push to reverse new tax cuts that would cut taxes on Georgians by an estimated $330 million over the next 5 years. Quote, the hard-changing folks at the Peach Pod political podcast caught up with Democrat Stacey Abrams and Democrats Stacey Abrams and Stacey Evans. Oh, double Stacey. Okay. Whether they would revisit a new law that cuts taxes on Georgians by an estimated $330 million over the next half decade. Abrams, a former House Minority Leader, said she would push to reverse the cuts and funnel the extra cash instead into, quote, real programs that would advance economic justice. Her top priority is expanding Georgia's Medicaid program, which Republicans have resisted over fears of long-term costs. By the way, Governor Kemp, back in August, eased that restriction a little bit. It's not perfect, but he eased it a little bit. That's all right. Atlanta Journal-Constitution, March 22nd, 2018. Abrams voted against reducing the income tax for the state of Georgia, passed 154 to 18. She voted against it. April 1st, 2008. Abrams opposed a bill to freeze property tax assessments. April 1st, 2008, same day. Abrams voted nay on a state constitutional amendment to prohibit income tax increases. March 18, 2014. In her run for governor, Abrams has led Georgia Democrats in a dramatic turn towards progressive policies and to the left. Georgia Democrats took a dramatic turn towards progressive policies in last week's vote as part of a broader realignment that will shape November's elections by shifting the party's philosophy away from decades of centrist appeals. The sharp tack to the left was headlined by Stacey Abrams, a Democrat nominee for governor, who maintained that trying to appeal to moderate GOP voters was a lost cause and won a sweeping mandate from her party to refocus its attention on policies that would energize left-leaning Georgians. Atlanta Journal-Constitution, May 25th, 2018. Yeah. Thank you, Quatman. Stacey is for the police city, LGBT rights, Asian businesses, and illegals, and no fucking for us. Yes. Well, it's Atlanta. We still gonna fuck. What ain't that how that song go down here? Ain't that y'all city anthem? You nuck if you fuck. Nuck if you fuck. Y'all, whatever. Let's continue. There's more. Oh, there's much more. National Journal. Abrams is adopting among the most liberal positions for any Democrat gubernatorial candidate in our state's history. Lamb won his election because he was able to reassure enough culturally conservative voters that he wasn't a wide-eyed acolyte of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. A Marine Corps veteran, he opposed additional gun control measures, even in the wake of the Parkland school shooting, backed fracking, and bragged about bringing drug dealers to justice on the campaign trail. By contrast, Abrams is adopting among the most liberal positions on gun control and criminal justice reform for any Democrat gubernatorial candidate in our state's history. National Journal, May 29th, 2018. And last but not least, the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. No matter who wins Tuesday's primary between Stacey Abrams and Stacey Evans, it will mark the first time in decades the top Democratic candidate in Georgia has raced to the party's left flank. No matter who wins Tuesday's primary between Stacey Abrams and Stacey Evans, it will mark the first time in decades. All right, whatever. They just repeated the same damn thing. Okay, there you go. There you go, folks. There you go. That's y'all Stacey. So when I get white liberals and dumbasses telling me that, well, why you gonna vote for Kim? He ain't doing nothing for black people. I'd rather deal with that cocksucker for another 4 years and get him out and start afresh with us having more political capital than we have now in this state than put her in there for 4 to 8 years. And we basically gonna have to start thinking about leaving because she's going to destroy our political and economic capital in this state. The woman literally said, I'm going to raise taxes. And then a week before the election, tried to backtrack it. She has a history of flip-flopping and backtracking stances because people get in her ass about it. Just like she sat up there and listened to all these companies like Coca-Cola and Delta talking about how they were going to take their companies out of the city because he changed some laws to reinforce the voting. We lost millions of dollars from the MLB and that festival, that music festival, because she floated that stuff out there. Come to find out it was BS anyway. So you done made two major corporations in this city look stupid in front of people. Then you went on TV and lied about it when we have the proof. You go on these outlets saying you weren't in favor of the boycott. What did you think they were going to do, man? The second they said, listen, these laws are no good, we're thinking about leaving, you should have came outside. You should have come outside and said, listen, we got to talk. You let them do that for about a month. And when it started hitting their bottom line, you saw them quickly backtrack. When Kemp pulled that power play with Disney and said, listen, y'all going to leave, that's cool. But if y'all consistently gonna sit up here and knock me, I'm just gonna take away your tax breaks and your tax haven. Yeah, it's gonna hurt the city for the trade because you guys like filming down here, but I gotta do what I gotta do for the city and I gotta do it for the state. You see how quickly they said, all right, we're gonna back out of this politics stuff. But it didn't matter because Stacey wasn't going for Disney. She was going for Paramount. She wanted to be the president of the earth. All right, you got it. And then I love the fact that she sat up there and said, oh, Governor Kim, you made $3 million while you were in office. Ma'am, this is why I said, and I titled the show the way I did, International House of Pocket Watchers. Ma'am, you had negative $200,000 when you ran in net worth due to your student loans. Ma'am, you're worth about $6 million right now. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it said 6 million. I could be wrong. Let's see. I was wrong. $3.17 million. That's what she's worth. That woman in 4 years raised her net worth almost $3.5 million. Brother Khalid Muhammad, do you have something to say, sir?
This is a sick Negro.
Thank you. Now, back to you resting in power. One more again. International House of Pocket Watchers. You went online after Kemp talked to a whole bunch of black men in Atlanta and tweeted like a scorned lover. I want to see you lose. I'm November 8th when you lose. Y'all gonna see me on this live stream. I might go get me a big old plate of barbecue because that's what she gonna look like when it's all said and done. PD Chicago B1, hello. Nikki the God, hello. So let's recap before we move on. This woman wants to raise taxes on black men and the black people who make money in this city, in this state. She's for Cop City out here in Decatur. And she's not for reparations. Now you take that triple threat and you honestly, as a Georgian, tell me that looks like the best option for you and your black family if you have one or you're trying to build one. Explain how that works. As I've told people and I told y'all in that space the other day, she's actively working with the Asians to give them Atlanta and control of the Southeast. Because they're the only race in this country that does not have a city they can call their own. They can't even call Seattle their home. Because they starting to deal with them Hispanics and they still got to deal with white folk. But okay. We off that. Move this camera over a little bit. We off that. We got time, folks. We still got 20-something days. We still got time. Make sure your people got the information. I got the thread. If you in Georgia on my Twitter, you can go. It's the pin tweet. You can go send it to your people. I had to go cuss out some white woman yesterday because she don't know what she was talking about. And she all the way in Iowa, Kansas, talking about Stacey Abrams. Yeah, all right. Like I don't do this research. But okay. But folks, we know what time it is. We know what time it is. Time for 20 things. That's right. It's time for Twitter things. This is where, if you're new here, but most of y'all are not, this is where I've curated videos over the week that I feel are funny or thought-provoking, and we laugh. So we shall begin. We got to begin with this, folks. But before we do that, this Negro, let's close this for a second. This Negro, had the unmitigated gall to say this on MSNBC the other day. I want y'all to read that. Let that breathe and get on your soul. Have you got that? For those who can't read, that says, Al Sharpton says, you are insecure as a man if you don't support Stacey Abrams. When you come to Atlanta, Al Sharpton, it's on site. I dare you to come down here after she loses. Put out wherever event you are at. I will stop where I am and I will come see you. I want you to tell me that. I will bring my ballot with me just to prove I didn't vote for her. And I want your old 86-year-old ass to come tell me I'm insecure. I'm from New York, so that ain't gonna work with me. You talking about somehow black men, because that's what that means. Let's fix your statement, sir. Al Sharpton says you are insecure as a black man if you don't support Stacey Abrams, because that's what really meant. That's what you really meant, sir. But you knew you could not say that in front of that white woman. You knew better. I think she was white. You knew better. Hey, since y'all say y'all hate Stacey so much, whole lot. Whole lot. Lord have mercy. Is that not the look of a feminist for it? God, dog. Lord have mercy. Her teeth fucked up, boy. Her teeth fucked up, boy. God, dog. Listen here. The Falcons couldn't kick a field goal through that. This Negro got the nerve to talk about somebody insecure. My nigga, what are you doing here, my nigga? My nigga, what are you doing? What are we doing? Look at this Negro. Wait a minute. We got to zoom this in. Somebody, I was trying to find the tweet when my man said he looked like he doing the informant shuffle. God, dog. I was on the floor dying. The informant shuffle. God, man. Go ahead. Go ahead, Al. Go ahead. Yeah, get some. And then somebody took the video and put the look of the coons in the background. Look at this Negro talking about somebody insecure. I ain't gonna front though. He from Harlem. They got some moves. I ain't gonna front. Look at this shit. This nigga dancing like George Jefferson. God, he looked like he dancing with Helen Willis. Look at him. Look at this man. Get some. Get some. But wait, where he was on Edmund Pettus Bridge that time when they were walking for what was it? They were honoring the Civil Rights March across the bridge. That nigga needed to be held up. Look at that informant shuffle. That FBI floss. Look at that. Look how big this nigga's feet are. I just realized this. This nigga got some big feet. Look at, man. Look at this. Lord have mercy. That informant Nikki, I know you saw that. Nikki, come on now. You know you saw that. All right, see, Nikki choosing violence. All right, say less, Nikki. We're gonna do it for you, man. We're gonna do it for you. Months ago, that's where Kamala was sitting on the bridge and she gave a speech. Where is it? Where is it? Look at them coons right there. Look at them coons. Where was it? God damn it. Where's the video? Nah. Where's the video? Where is it? God damn it. Damn, they took it down. Let me look up Edmund Pettus Bridge. This man needed to be held up, folks. Damn, somebody had it. Let's see if I can find it real fast. No. Damn, they don't have it. Yeah, there was a video. He was lockstep on with some people. He had a white headset in his ears. I guess he was probably either listening to music or something. But it was holding this man up. It was two females. It was holding this man up. I said, y'all drag this man out. I said, look at this Negro. Damn. Must be nice. Anyway, we off that. Look at that informant shuffle. But yes, it was a white woman. Do tell.
Radio show saying, well, we got enough black women in power. You know, Ketanji Brown Jackson's in the Supreme Court. We have Vice President Kamala Harris.
She's not black.
I want to vote for Stacey Abrams. Who would not be proud of Stacey Abrams?
Me, which I'm not. Does he need a kickstand? That nigga need a wheelchair. That nigga need. You know what he need? All right, whoever saw the movie Face Off? Who remembers the movie Face Off? It's 25 years this year. Who remember that movie when they sent John Travolta and Nick Cage's body to prison and they had them magnetic boots on? That what Al need. Listen to Al Sharpton talking about who would not be proud to have Stacey Abrams as a governor. Negro, none of us. Negro, let's ask you a question. Are you proud? You're probably proud of Eric Adams and the bang up job he's doing in New York, right? That's why your ass, every time you get a chance, you flying out. You fly out more than an OnlyFans chick. And it wasn't lost on me, folks. Look at the bottom. It was not lost on me. Who picked up? Who can pick this up? I ain't even gonna say it. I want to see who's gonna pick it up. Look at that screen, and tell me they don't listen to us. Y'all see it, right? I'm gonna see if anybody else gets it. PD said he saw it. When have you ever heard a mainstream media outlet say know your value? Does that not sound like no tangibles, no vote? And how we say you're not going to buy our vote? Unless you come with specific tangibles, we not voting for you in them booths. And you got this informant sitting up here telling white women, Jason Black has been proven again. I have to get, you know what? I ain't never done this before in life. I'm finna do something. Jason Black was right again. You want to know the truth about what a black person thinks? Put them in front of a white woman or a white person and let them ask the questions. That man knowing his heart of heart, Stacey Abrams is not the wave. But he's trying to lie his way through that interview. Look at that informant shuffle again. You got it. You got it. Let's continue. Here we go. This was funny. We're going to let it restart. Y'all will like this video. This was hilarious.
Never stop standing up for Big Pharma and standing against my constituents.
He's like, I got this. I got this.
Never stop standing up for Big Pharma and standing against my constituents.
He's like, I just won.
I will never stop standing up for Big Pharma.
Do tell.
And standing against my constituents.
Yes, ma'am. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. So glad. That's the Democrat for Minnesota's 2nd Congressional District. That's the Democrat. They don't even care anymore, folks. They think they have those votes so sewed up in a bag that they don't even care what you say because they know they got enough sheep that'll vote for them anyway because they have a D behind the pause. But let's continue. Michael's such a sassy Negro. He was so sassy. Mike is so sassy. Mike, you know you was hella wrong for this. Pause. No sound, because you're gonna get me in trouble. Mike, why you do her like that? Come on, Mike. Mike, you know you sassy. You know you was hella wrong for that. You know you was hella wrong for that. Shout out to Melanated Mind. I like that sister. Let's see. Kiera Clark said, wait until Ron DeSantis from Florida gets more power. Loving v. Virginia will really cause a regression. Boomers will lose their minds. Hashtag Roe v. Wade as well. I don't like DeSantis. I really don't. He reminds me too much of Frank Underwood. We don't need Frank Underwood out here. But I hear what y'all saying. The Democrats will become Dixiecrats. They're already Dixiecrats. AOC proved it the other night. She was not willing to take that Mexican woman and read her the Puerto Rican Riot Act. She was not willing to do it. I'm telling you, if she would have done that, she could stay a representative for the rest of her life. But she took the cheap way out, the Democrat way out, to say that she was wrong, but we still got to come together. But you got it. Y'all will like this video.
What'd you say, OJ?
Yes, DeSantis does hate himself. Oh, you motherfucker. Play it again. Now, for context, they're taking this man into the courthouse. Or the police. Yeah, the courthouse. And apparently he looks injured. So he's in a wheelchair. Black cop is pushing him in. That's so nice. That's where your taxpayer dollars are going from. But it's so nice. Let's see what happens.
What'd you say, OJ? My shoe. Hey, you see a shoe back there? Where is it?
He gone. He gone. He gone. Get the running. That man got up. Broke neck and all. He got up. And
I'm finna shoot your bitch ass.
I'm finna shoot you. Hey. Hey. Come on, man. Come on, black man. You should have called him. Black man, how you black man. You let a what? Black man. You let a white guy with a neck collar on smoke you. I repeat that again. You let a white man who was sitting in a wheelchair with a neck collar smoke you on foot. He gone. And then you sat up there and was asking people if you seen this man. We just gonna go to the end. Now this is his man's.
Dude ran, man. Yeah, where my radio? Yes, he did. Dude ran. Yeah. What? He took off? Yeah, right straight up this street.
You know what that mean, right? That mean you finna lose your job. No, Maxwell Jenkins, that was real. That was real. Yeah. You let a white guy with a neck collar smoke you. And your only response was, I'm gonna, you better stop before I shoot your BA. You will never live that down in your station house ever in life. Well, let's continue. Who remembers MIA? Who remembers MIA? She did Fire, Fire, Galang. Jay-Z got on the remix. Well, he got on the remix for XXO. XXXO. Who remembers MIA? She was a part of our childhood. Yes, she was. I remember listening to her in high school. She caught Twitter wrath, folks, because she said, if Alex Jones pays for lying, shouldn't every celebrity pushing vaccines pay too? Damn, I said the V word, but it's okay. And that is in regards to Alex Jones having to pay almost $1 billion in fines and judgment. Kira Clark, hurricane season will be over in 2 weeks. Hurricane season's from May to, well, it's like May to November. So you got a couple more weeks. But yes, MIA went off. And I even told people I was like, this is how MIA's always been. But yeah, they came for her life. Yes, they did. Yeah. Yeah. But what y'all think about what she tweeted? But we keep moving. I found this hilarious. Now, I don't know if it's real or not. It probably is real. Nikki said yes. Paper Planes, yes. Great song, Paper Planes. Here, Clark, 965 million is a lot of money. Yes, it is. That is a lot of money. But he can appeal it, which I'm sure he will. So this is from Chad Boogie on Twitter. He said, "Hi Chad, somebody texted him and said, hi Chad, I'm Joyce, a volunteer with McIntosh Seed, a Georgia-based nonprofit. General election is on November 8th and early voting begins October 17th. Will you commit to making your voice heard this November? To opt out, text stop to quit." So Chad said, "I'm voting for reparations." They come back and said, "I'm opting you out of text immediately. Have a great day." Kara Clark, "I'm just scared free speech is getting very expensive. My thoughts." I will talk about that before I leave. What is this? I think somebody cussed me out on Instagram. Oh, they're mad that I didn't go see Woman King. So I'm just telling them to go look up the Dahomey and then come back and see me. But anyway, yes. As soon as you mention reparations, they run. Actually, I'm gonna pin your comment because I don't want to forget it. So reparations is our raid to find out who's racist against us. Y'all will like this. Hey, y'all got cats. Cats ain't stuff. I would knock my cat out. And the fact that he was standing there looking, he ain't even try to leave. Cats are dicks. Oh yeah, they put on. Oh yes. As soon as we say reparations, it's either they run or they gonna start cussing us out, talking about some. Oh, my people didn't enslave your people. What that mean? Damn. All right, you got it. Stud King. Yes, sir. The Stud King. Maxwell Jenkins said, now that we want reparations and the black agenda have become, and the black agenda, we have become persona non grata. I thought they wanted my vote. Oh, for nothing though. Oh yeah. A black agenda. I told y'all with a black agenda, Black America would be the second biggest economy on these shores and top 10 GDP in the world. Probably in number 4. Can't have that. Hit a legend. High and tight. That's not my culture. That's not my culture.
They come over here, they get, all right, a Vietnamese girl. She called me a nigger. A nigger, a Vietnamese girl. I know it's not part of their language. Can't nobody tell me that's part of their language. But I'm going to go over here. The beast, you know that. See, we go over here, we fight. Okay, we fight to defend the water we drink, the land we grow our food on, and our way of culture. We also fight to protect Rockefeller's foundations. We fight to protect J.P. Kennedy's foundation, all these different kind of foundations that the black man can't partake of, you understand? And then we go back, we're continuously harassed. It's not necessary. This ain't what we heard, this is what we know.
That's my man. Shout out to that brother. Rest in power. Anytime I see that video, I gotta play it. Because he was talking real stuff. We do all this fighting and we can't even reap the benefits of the fight. That's like you playing Final Fantasy. You're the one that killed the monster, but your teammates take all the magic away. And you're like, what the F? All right, folks. Strap in. Because I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this. Now, for those who remember the Revo Summit that happened about 2-3 weeks ago, Tamika Mallory got to talk there. Now, she didn't get publicized like Tariq and Teslin Figueroa did and Rizza Islam and Killer Mike, because their panel was the highlight of the entire Revolt Summit. But Tamika Mallory didn't, you know her, she didn't miss a minute to go and embarrass herself. I told y'all that Rock Nation was paying her to go outside. I also told people off this platform that she was paid to go outside. They told me I was crazy. That was a lie. Even though we have the Breakfast Club interview where she admitted it. But of course, you know, short-term memory. Well, send this to your people. Send this to your people.
Power of us and what we've been able to create.
Before we do that, because I don't want it to stop. I need y'all to get all this.
Of us and what we've been able to create, and put it in that the Jewish community and that Jewish people, they started out organizing our organizations, and they did not. And George Soros, so for instance, George Soros gave me, right? So and George Soros didn't give me shit. He didn't give me shit. George Soros is an old man.
Really? Interesting. Let's play that little part again.
Soros gave me, right? So and George Soros didn't
We'll go back a little bit more.
People, they started out organizing our organizations, and they did not. And George Soros, so for instance, George Soros gave me, right? So and George Soros didn't give me shit. He didn't give me shit.
George Soros didn't give you shit. George Soros didn't give you shit. George Soros didn't give you shit. That's what she said, right, folks? Family, that's what she said, right? I just want to make sure I'm clear on what she said. Let me play it one more time because I got the Bluetooth in my ears. Maybe I didn't hear it.
Started out organizing our organization, and they did not. And George Soros, so for instance, George Soros gave me, right? So and George Soros didn't give me shit. He didn't.
Okay, so she did say that. George Soros didn't give me shit. That's what she said. Okay. Tamika, you should not have said that. You were saying, Tamika, I keeps the receipts. Tamika, is that you or is that your doppelganger? Tell us, right? How you finna tell us? Tamika, we're not going to play semantics here. Just because he didn't put the money in your hand straight out does not mean he did not directly give you something. There is your receipt, folks. 2019, you got $100,000 for 18 months. You could even call it a loan. And it says, Tamika D. Mallory will seek to build a framework and provide coaching to Black churches and institutions to strengthen their ability to use intersectional approaches in their social justice advocacy. Mallory, a nationally recognized activist, bullshit, because she did not, nobody knew about her unless you were in the Black grassroots like that, or she Went viral. Miss Gray Ape just cussed me out on Twitter. Cool. Because of the cat videos. Nothing bad. She must have cats. Cats are dicks. Anyway, back to this. Mallory, a nationally recognized activist, is a champion of the new civil rights movement. In 2017, she gained global recognition as one of 4 co-chairs of the Women's March on Washington. AKA, she went viral making a speech. With participation from 5 million people worldwide, her role in the march landed Mallory on the 2017 Time Magazine 100 Pioneers list and Fortune Magazine's 2017 list of the world's greatest leaders. Okay. President of Mallory Consulting, a strategic planning firm, Mallory is featured in the media at the intersection of civil rights, social justice, and the new wave of feminism, aka fourth wave and fifth wave, which, if y'all go back in my archives, I did a whole show about that. But again, she said George Soros didn't give me shit. Sorority Fellowship gave you $100,000. Would you like to retract that statement, Tamika Mallory? Yeah. Maxwell Jenkins said, besides her son being deleted, what has she done in activism besides being embarrassed by PC women? Going on that Revolt Summit stage in front of Candace Owens and having the opportunity to become queen of black people, and you sat there and looked like a fool. I'll say that again. Coming down to Revolt Summit and having Candace Owens on stage and your opportunity to be queen of black people. And I'm not talking about us. I'm talking about the mainstream folk who would have saw it. And you fumbled the ball. You were not even part of the conversation. Do you understand that you were under Katrina Pearson? I will say that again. If you look at the hierarchy of who was on that stage and their impact on that stage, you were under Katrina Pearson, who was going at Candace Owens. But you right. George Soros didn't give you nothing. The Open Society Foundation gave it to you. He didn't give it to you in his hand. You right. Well, let's continue and see what else you said. So I hope y'all caught that. Yes, Kiera Clark. Yes, I knew about Hawk Newsom too. I used to be in New York. I knew about him too. And I never fucked with him because I get the fact that he was outside champion and everything. But when he got attached to BLM and became their chapter leader in New York, I said, nah, I'm good on that. And I confronted Tamika Mallory about that on TikTok because she clearly had BLM in her portfolio. And I asked her, are you BLM? She said no. I showed her the receipt and we argued. And I gave her the win because I wasn't going to sit up there and argue with her when the receipts are there. You got it. But yeah. George Soros didn't give you anything. I just realized I didn't play that for you guys. I'm sorry. George Soros didn't give you anything. I want y'all to catch what she says next. Because she mentioned a black man. I want y'all. Yeah, I know. I realized I didn't have it open. I want y'all to hear next. Because she's going to bring a black man into this.
George Soros is an old man who has millions and millions and millions of dollars in a
Pocketwatching
foundation, And at the time that I received a $100,000 fellow from the organization, it was a black man named Patrick Gaspard, who has been in the movement his entire life, that was the president of the organization. And he put out to activists who don't get money other ways and said, if you want to apply, this is the time.
Again, Patrick Gaspard, or whatever his last name was, he was not on that check. His name was not on the check. His name was not on the letterhead, ma'am. You can't play these semantic games with B1 and the intellectual black folks over here. Them word games don't work with us, ma'am. You took the money from Soros. You and my son. So we're not finna do this today. You took the money, knowing who that man was. 2019, ma'am, you got that money. So Soros already been exposed. BLM was already on the outs with people. They were already being exposed, and you still took that money. Then you moved over to Rock Nation. Jay-Z paid you to go outside. Without that Jay-Z cosign, you don't get Cadillac. You don't show up at the Super Bowl. When you went viral, I looked you up. Once I saw Al Sharpton, I said, you compromised already. You're Al Sharpton's goddaughter. I know cats in New York. Your paperwork came back dirty, man. No. And you're not going to lie out here. Now you're trying to blame the black man.
I applied because at the time, based upon the shit that I had gone through with the, with the, the whole shit that I went through, I had no money. Linda Sarsour called me up one day and said, yo, they just put out from the Open Society Foundation, that's the name of it. They just put out $100,000 grants to organizers that have different concepts and ideas about ways to do their current work. You didn't have to change your work. You didn't have to, you didn't have to succumb to any standards. You just had to tell them, this is what I'm doing. And they decided over 20 people that they would give $100,000 a piece to. They've been doing that for years. There is no Soros money that is coming into Until Freedom, Black Lives Matter, or any other organization.
I thought you were in Black Lives Matter. That's what you told me. You were not Black Lives Matter. You got it.
By the millions of dollars. That's not true. It's some bullshit that they're saying to take away our power. So all I'm just trying to say, because you was going to say something, Keys, and I cut you off only because I want to make sure, because people will get off and go run and say some shit that's not true. All I'm trying to say is that we have to be careful about where we're getting information. And I agree with you 1,000% that there was a point when people saw things that BLM did and positions they were taking and ways in which they operated, and they were already turned off.
I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why. Maybe because of the grifting? Maybe it's because we found out that these different sectors of BLM We're not paying their workers. We found out these different sectors of BLM were taking money away and not using it for what it was intended for. You got goddamn Sharon Osbourne now. She talking about she want her $900,000 back. Patrice done pissed off her neighbors, renovating her backyard. Ma'am, black men done told y'all we not riding with BLM. We won't even go to our intuition on that. We won't even do that. Just off the strength of what they did with Darren Seals and D. Ray McKesson, and we don't even with D. Ray McKesson like that. But the way y'all did that, man. Off rip, you knew Darren Seals was missing. And then he came up deleted. You should have left. If you're for the black community, of course. But you're going to sit there and lie. And that's what pisses me off about this woman. This woman go set up there and play victim and lie when we can go easily look up these receipts. Easily. So because a black man handed you the check, that didn't come from Soros. That's like me saying, okay, I go apply for a mortgage. I get it. They give me the check for $350,000 to go buy the house. I'm supposed to give the teller, I'm supposed to give the banker the credit for handing me the check, not the bank for trusting me. Hey, if y'all gonna fight, go outside. I'm trying to figure this out. Why would you lie? You went on a live stream with two black folk and you got number blue checks walking up in there and you lying. But you was copping pleas with them feminists. You know what? You got it. You right. You the smartest person in the room. You right. You right. Damn the receipts. You right. You got it. I don't know if I can play this because I don't think I could play that. Yes, this legend. Oh, screw you.
Amen. Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high. Take a look. It's in a book. A reading rainbow. I can do anything. Ways to grow and things to know. A reading rainbow. A reading rainbow. A reading rainbow. Amen.
Shout out to Miss Tina Fabrique. Shout out to her. The original voice on Reading Rainbow. Still got it after all these years. Shout out to her.
Why the hell would y'all have a whole football game in the middle of a Rihanna concert? Like, what the fuck? That's not how that go. Cancel the game, keep Riri. Like, what the fuck? We need more than 15 minutes. I'm trying to understand. Why would there be a football game at the same time? What the hell?
Yeah. I was waiting for the joke. Somebody tell me where the punchline was. So you got on your Instagram to put this video up of you trying to imitate a ratchet black chick. And you all the way in Nigeria. Yeah. But let me would have get on there and do a skit about me acting like a Nigerian scamming everybody. You and your people with y'all slang gonna come try to see me, right? All right. You got it. You got it. I need to put this on a t-shirt. I need to put this on a t-shirt. Or at least get this jacket. What is Cat Williams doing? I fuck with Cat Williams heavy. Yeah, somebody getting dropped. Y'all pull this on me. Somebody getting dropped. Somebody getting dropped. Why would you do your mama like that? You must not want some of that good home cooking. Now, I haven't seen this video right here, so I don't know what's going on.
And then?
Hang on. We gonna start from the beginning. I don't know what's going on in this. They said this is how she left.
Bad bitches. It's my bio. Yes. Take a look at me. As always.
It is amazing.
Yo.
Coloring event. Every color was on top. Was roaming on top. Every color was like pink, red, blue, black, everything. Color party. Event color party. Yo, it was lit.
All right, folks. I ain't gonna hold you. And I'm probably gonna get in trouble for saying this. And I'm sorry. Why does chick look like Raj from What's Happening? Y'all know what I'm talking about. She looked like she looked like I don't mean to be disparaging, but I saw the video and I say to myself, blood, we not finna do this. Not today. I'm probably gonna go to hell for this. But I need somebody to I'm just saying. I'm just saying that's the first. Like I said, I didn't see this video until today, like in its entirety. But tell me she don't look like him. I'm play it again. We're gonna play it again. We gotta play it. I need full context.
Coloring event. Every color was on top. Was roaming on top. Every color was like pink, red, blue, black, everything. Color party. Event color party. Yo, it was lit.
It was lit.
Tell me if
Where is your wig, ma'am? Like, I ain't trying to be no dick. This is I'm telling you, when I first saw the second video just now, that was the first thing that popped in my head. I promise you I'm not laughing. Oh yeah, yes sir. And he's living a nice full life. That's what I'm talking about. But him and Martin gotta go talk. But yeah, that's the first thing I thought. What do you mean she need a makeover? She cool with that sorcery?
And then
Look at that folk. Look at that sorcery right there. Come on. She good. I promise you she's good.
bad bitches.
Look at that sorcery right there, folk. We good. She don't need no makeover, Kira. She don't need no makeover. She good. I promise you she's good. But we gonna keep it moving. We almost done. Played that. Yeah, shout out to y'all on y'all's rally on the 5th. Unfortunately, I will not be able to attend it. But, you know, I'll be with y'all in spirit. And we are ha. Actually, I have another video that I have to show y'all before you go. Now y'all will like this. Well, no, you won't. You're gonna get pissed. I don't mean to make y'all pissed before you leave. But look at that informant shuffle again. God, dog. Look at that informant shuffle. Get it. But yeah, y'all got to see this video before you go. So I follow this channel called The Bunker TV. And he put up a video today from that Pan-Africanist Strikes Back idiot. Bucci Bear, what we call him. Bucci Bear said something that I think y'all need to pay attention to. Now, it's just a clip.
I promise you to God, I was going to make a Twitter post today. I was going to say, Nuri Martinez, please do not resign. Black people in Los Angeles have no sense of community and sit up and stay silent and defend people who victimize people in our community, but all of a sudden want to try to call you out and tell you what you need to do. She's dumb. She should have never resigned.
One more time.
I promise you to God, I was going to make a Twitter post today. I was going to say, Nuri Martinez, please do not resign. Black people in Los Angeles have no sense of community and sit up and stay silent and defend people who victimize people in our community, but all of a sudden want to try to call you out and tell you what you need to do. She's dumb. She should have never resigned.
One more time.
I promise you to God, I was going to make a Twitter post today. I was going to say, Nuri Martinez, please do not resign. Black people in Los Angeles have no sense of community and sit up and stay silent. And Black people in Los Angeles have no sense of community and sit up and stay silent. Black people in Los Angeles have no sense of community. Black people in Los Angeles have no sense of community. Black people in Los Angeles have no sense of community. Black people in Los Angeles have no sense of community and sit up and stay silent and defend people who victimize people in our community, but all of a sudden want to try to call you out and tell you what you need to do. She's dumb. She should have never resigned.
I ain't never been to LA. I'll just qualify that before I go off. I've never been to LA, so I don't know the dynamics. But for you to get on your live stream and say that the black people in LA have no sense of community and all they do, let me make sure I heard what he said at the end.
But all of a sudden want to try to call you out and tell you who victimize people in our community.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure of that part. So the black people in LA have no sense of community. And you took a shot at the gangs. You must have some private security, sir. You brave. I might have to give you a hand clap, sir. You might be the bravest black man I've seen on YouTube yet. For you to call out the Bloods and Crips like you just did, that takes some balls. You said all they do is destroy the community. Now, I ain't a fan of the Bloods and Crips, but I would, if I ain't got nothing to say about them, I don't bring them up. You got some cojones on you, and you know we gonna talk about how you was caping for Nuri Martinez. You probably want to smash, but that's all good. Do you? LA is a swirl city. Do your thing. She's married, by the way, with kids. The sister might be smashing the husband. I'm not speculating. I'm speculating. But for you to say what you said, boy, I came up with a new term yesterday, folks. And you guys have permission to use it, but make sure you give me credit. Bucci Bear, aka Brandon, will be the first solidified unicorn. That's right. That is a unicorn and a coon mixed. A unicorn. A unicorn is a coon that we all know is a coon, but their level of cooning, even you can't believe it. Have you ever had that thought of when you hear a coon talk and they just go way out there, like you can't even, your mouth drops. Like you can't believe they would go that far. He's officially the first unicorn. Because it's rare. You are caping for the Latino community. To what end, sir? Are you trying to get on the city council? Is that the flex? Let me know. Now, you and I have had a brief conversation over on Anthony Ali's channel. And since you couldn't refute what I was saying, you started saying how it was sweet and I'm sounding kind of gay. But of course, that's where we go when we're losing arguments. But you sat there and said LA black people have no sense of community. I'm not even going to speak for LA. I'm going to let LA handle that. But before we go, folks, one more video. One more. We got to go back to Twitter for this one more. You know how I did that video saying defending Black American culture? Yeah, somebody else from the non-FBA camp decided they wanted to get in on this. For those who know, in New York, DJ Clark Kent. Oh yeah, DJ Clark Kent. He ran with Flex and them. He got in on the bandwagon and said that Black Americans have no culture. On Math Hoffa's My Expert Opinion. Let's hear what he said.
That a lot of things differently because I understand differently. You know what I mean? I didn't look at it like it was some rap shit. I looked at it was like, oh, this is some
fair use
plight of the black man shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Black man get money in America, in the hood. He got to go buy a bunch of jewelry and a bunch of cars and a bunch of shit so he could prove to everybody that he got money. Who's doing that? Us.
Listen.
Because we think that's how you prove your status because of the anatomy of black men in America. You know what I'm saying? We got to make these white folks believe that we got it. When in essence, you're only proving to your black friends that you got it. And then when you do, your black friends ain't necessarily that happy that you got it, so then they come after you. That's the plight of the black man in America.
Keep going.
So because of that, you know, add that on to the fact that slavery taught us not to trust each other. But how could we trust each other when we didn't know each other? And then we're in America where we don't have a culture, so we don't have anything else to protect, to be like, no, I care about our culture, so I'm gonna take care of our culture, so I'm gonna take care of the man that's next to me. We don't have culture. I mean, black people in America don't have culture.
And this nigga had the nerve to nod his head in approval. So we have a Panamanian music executive in a black barbershop, which is the epitome of black American culture. That's where black men go to discuss life. You decided to sit in that chair and say black Americans have no culture. Nigga, without hip hop, you would not be where you are, sir. I say again, without hip hop, that culture, you would not be where you are. I'm really getting sick and tired of Caribbean people saying this. Your man that hosted that show, Math Hoffa, he's a participant in black American culture. Battle rap was not started in the goddamn Caribbean islands. I'm really gonna need y'all to cut this out, bruh. You know better. You know better. And y'all gonna keep playing this game till it gets to a point where you're gonna have to deal with a juggernaut that you're not gonna be ready for, and you're not gonna have any allies. And again, I brought up this video because of the title of the show, Pocket Watchers. Why are you talking about black men and how they manage their money? And if we're hating on each other, you're bringing street shit into things that don't need street shit involved in. Most men do not hate on the next man what he got. If anything, that motivates us to get there. That hating on another man for what he got, that's street shit. Most men are not in the street. We all saw that Looney Tunes meme with Daffy Duck and Porky Pig talking about, hey man, I even forgot how the fuck you worded, but basically he trying to get where he trying to get. But this is what I mean. This is what y'all think Black American culture is. It's street shit. So you Negroes sat in a barbershop glorifying street shit and think that's Black American culture. Yet y'all wouldn't have not one intellectual in there to school y'all because you know what would happen. Your show would be over. All right. Now you see why they call you DJ Clark Kent, not DJ Superman, right? But anyway, folks, that's the end of Twitter things. I fuck with y'all heavy. Thank you. So I'm glad y'all stuck around for about 2.5 hours. I didn't think I was going to be this long. I was trying to go 2 hours because I got to go cook some curry chicken. Yes, I'm going to my culture. I haven't had curry chicken in a while. That's why I'm making it. But yeah, I'm going to go start cooking. But I appreciate everyone coming up in here and getting to chopping these fables. And, you know, take care, stay safe out there. But like I said before, if you're going to go vote, that's cool. If you're not, help the next person if they are going to go. And keep banging the drum, no tangibles, no vote. If you're down here in Georgia, we got 26 days. We got to make sure Stacey don't get in there. If she gets in, we're fucked. If you're in Maryland, please, Westmore cannot get in. He's going to erase black folks in the DMV. And I know he's looking at Prince George's County. Capricorn said, I want some. My food does not travel well. Curry the go-to. Kira Clark. Boo. Curry to go. Nah, I'm actually trying to stay away from red meat for the rest of the year. I made the family tacos yesterday, and I usually make it with turkey, but I made with beef because it was buy one get one free at Kroger. And yeah, I think that's the last time I'm going to eat beef for the rest of the year. So no curry goat this year for Christmas. No curry goat. No oxtails. And you know, Jamaica without oxtails, you know, you might go do something. But yeah, so I'm gonna go cook. But yeah, like I said, Westmore can't get in. How is goat red meat? Because it's red meat. Have you ever opened up goat after you cooked it? It's red. We consider that red meat. I know it's game meat, but it's considered red meat. They eat grass only. Yes. And that's why it tastes so good. Because they only eat grass. And I like that old joke with white folk when they sit there and had their billy goats eating cans and shit. No, you get the nice goat when you're in Jamaica. They have them on the hills. They got them tracked. And all they do is eat grass all day. And then come Christmas time, you butcher the hell out of it. And then you cook it down with some white rice and potatoes. And that's some good eating right there. But yes, it's considered red. Goat is considered red meat. They consider goats part of the beef family. Well, game, but they consider it part of the red meat family. But anyway, like I said, Westmore can't get in. Stacey can't get in. Aramis Ayala can't get in. Mandela Barnes up in Wisconsin can't get in. Aramis is out there in Florida. Who else? It was somebody else. Son of a bitch. Who was it? God damn it. You can't even keep tabs on these people. Oh, Austin Cheng in Michigan can't get in. That man talking about he gonna erase Black History Month the first day he get in. Yeah. Yeah, the fight for our soul, folks, is on the line in 26 days. Right? 16, no, 18. Yeah, 26 days. But I know y'all gonna do the right thing. Each one teach one, and yeah. But anyway, let me go cook this food. So y'all take care, stay safe out there. And you know what to do when you see the white supremacists.